Okay. Hello, hello, hello.
Wait lang, coach.
Sige. But let me know kung parang magbilang ka na lang or something. Ay. Hang on. Wait lang. Hang on.
Coach, wait lang, sabi.
Sige lang, let me know if message mo lang ako, type ka lang sa chat.
Okay, sige.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, I'm not so sure if I'm live already. Hello everyone. Yan. Hello, hello everyone. Yan. Nagkaroon kami ng konting hiccup dyan, but let me know if naka-live na ba ako. Hello, hello, hello. Yan. Wait lang muna tayo ng konti So this is the first time I'm gonna do live, so please bear with me if I look like very awkward or whatnot. So is there anybody na on the live? Let me know if there are people in the room. Yan, sa ating community. Hello, hello. Yan. Checking muna tayo. Testing muna tayo. Tech, tech testing. Yan, tech testing tayo muna. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Okay. So I'm gonna wait for confirmation para may kausap naman ako dyan. Let's check muna if there are people in the room. Hello kay Kervin. Kay Kervin. Hello, Riza. Yan. Hello, hello. Yan. May kausap naman pala ako. Okay, go. So let's just wait for a couple of minutes. Pero if you're actually already watching, can I have somebody type in the comment yung kanilang current na where are you from? Aside so that I can give a shout out. So right now, nasa Bulacan ako. So if ever that there are people from the north, yan. Hello sa people from the north. Originally taga-Taguig ako. But if there are people from the north, shout out sa lahat ng mga taga Bulacan dyan. Tribe Bulacan. Yes. Hello, hello. Yeah. Hello kay Love Salariosa. Yes. Ang ganda ng pangalan ni Love. So type muna. Tignan muna natin how many people are actually in the room. Yan. How many people are in the room. Sige. Habang naghihintay tayo, let me know where you're from so that I can give a very quick shout out sa inyo dyan. Okay. There you go. All right. Ayan, 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 ayan. Ayan. Okay. I think meron naman tayong no. So let's just at least 20 people in the room para at least medyo hype up ng konti tayo para may kausap naman ako. I usually get energy from the people. So hopefully meron akong mga kakilala dyan. Look at me, ma'am. Sikat na ako, ma'am. Charot. So ayun, hopefully meron tayong mga kakilala dyan so that I can give a shout out to everybody. Meron ba tayo dyan? So today, it's all about why knowing when and how to raise rates matters. Very important, no? As a freelancer, dapat alam natin yung window, alam natin yung timing. We actually know kung kailan din yung perfect positioning. You have to build premise or whatnot. So hopefully you could help us talaga to spread. So pa-share naman ako ng live na to just in case so that people can actually join our free community. Ayan. Meron ba tayo dyan? May free community ba tayo na tawag dito na link? Ayun, share nyo lang para at least we can really grow our free community. Okay, so for those people still coming in, for now, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Coach Ice. So I'm teaching stage 3 for inside the tribe. So for those people na hindi medyo vague pa ng konti, no. Stage 3 is for those people na meron ng clients and then they want to have kumbaga stability in terms of systems para ma-retain yung client, magkaroon ng retention talaga, and at the same time to really have a I think refined process. All right? So yun yung tinuturo ko. So I'm on stage 3. So there are 4 stages naman sa tribe. So for those people very new, they want to learn about freelancing, yan yung stage 1. And then yung stage 2, they really need to, of course, at least be able to retain clients ng mga 3 months, ayan. So para makatawid sila sa stage 3. Tapos doon tinuturuan namin sila to be able to not just retain clients but to really build systems around it. So I'm one of those coaches. Hello sa inyo dyan, sa lahat ng mga nandyan sa na yan. All right, we're actually 20. So share lang ako ng backstory before tayo mag-start dun sa lesson, okay? And before ako mag-share ng screen ko. Let me know if medyo may hiccups or whatnot kasi medyo mabagal ng konti and sa paningin ko yung I mean the screen, no? But hopefully wala naman ako hiccups and you can hear me okay. Can we test out? Can you hear me okay? Like, can you tell me on the comments na kung naririnig niyo ako mabuti? Narinig ba ako mabuti? Sige nga, paano naman ako diyan, pa-confirm, everyone. Yan. Hopefully meron akong ano, kasi baka delayed yan. Yan. Hello, Jed! Andiyan si Jed. Hello. Andito pala yung friend ko diyan. Hello, Amor. Yan. Hello sa inyo diyan, sa mga friend ko diyan. So, ayun, bali, um, for those people na contemplating, no, kunwari parang tatawid ba ako sa freelancing or whatnot, let me just share my story. I'm a singer for almost a decade. So, ang tagal kong singer. But prior to crossing the line to digital freelancing, I'm also an operations manager. Tapos, of course, I would like to tell you na actually 5 years yon for a franchising industry. And of course, madami akong mga project management na mga, yun nga, mga projects technically. So, prior to crossing to digital freelancing or sa working from home, I really don't know kung ano, kung magsu-survive ba ako, ito ba yung para sa akin. Pero and then the pandemic hit, 'di ba? Most of us nasa pandemic, dun talaga tayo nagta-transition. So medyo ano, 'di ba? Kumbaga, 'di natin alam kung anong patutunguhan natin or what not. And I was contemplating kasi during that time, I lost my child. Yung, kumbaga I had a miscarriage tapos biglang pandemic, you know. Hindi ko alam na ano pala yun, tawag dito, depression na pala yun. Yung hindi mo alam na ayaw mo maligo, gusto mo lang madilim or what not, gano'n. Di ko alam na depression pa yun. Tapos pandemic pa, 'di ba? So, if the world is just so quiet, tapos at the same time talagang masyadong isolated talaga yung ano, yung mga tao, 'di ba? Hindi sila puwedeng masyadong lumabas or what not. So, it was a really dark time and then nawalan ka ng trabaho. So, during that time, tapos 'pag wala kang pera, 'di ba? Kumbaga parang masyado kang nagwo-worry, hindi mo alam kung ano and I was already 30, plus, early 30s 'no. So, iniisip mo, where do you go from here? Kasi ang either alam mo lang is although nag-operations ka pero alam mo na mas matagal yung pag-singing ko 'no, na career. So, hindi mo alam talaga kung papaano i-navigate yung situation. So, glad thing na napanood natin ang ating, of course, chief John Pagulayan 'no. So, binigay sa'kin ng sister ko. Yung sister ko talaga yung gustong mag-enroll. Ta's ang ending wala pala talaga akong ano, wala pala talaga akong pang-enroll nun. Pero sabi ko, ayokong manghiram ng pera. So sabi ko, "Lord, if this is something for me, hindi mo hayaang manghiram ng pera." Ta's sinasabi ko lang 'to sa friend ko sa isa sa Canada and then ayun nga, tawag dito, siya nakapag-enroll sa'kin sa tribe. So shout out diyan kay Kathy, that my good friend. Hindi ko naman ako nanghiram ng pera basta sabi niya lang, "You really deserve something good." And then nakita mo, tawag dito, na-enroll niya ako and the rest is history and yeah, right now, I just want to let you know from that moment, no, I became an online business manager and I'm a virtual business integrator. So, right hand ng mga CEO. And I'm a proud owner. I'm an agency owner, CEO of Run by Systems. I currently have like around 23, 25 people. So I'm very proud of how I was able to really become, you know, who I am because of the tribe. I will always be grateful sa kay Chief and sa ano. So without further ado, I would like to share my screen. Ayan. So binigyan ko lang kayo ng little backstory so you know na coming from all walks of life, kung saan ka man, definitely you have a space kung gusto mo talagang mag-work from home. Is it easy? It's not so easy, but definitely, I think if ever na gusto mong talagang stabilize at the same time, definitely I tell you na it can be really sustainable, no? Sustainable income. So yan. Thank you so much sa lahat ng nandito. I think Jev is also here. Thank you. I can see some of your chats. Hindi ko lang lahat makita but I would like to encourage you, drop yung kung taga saan kayo and of course kung halimbawa na nandiyan kayo, I would like to ask kung ano yung offer niyo, 'di ba? So, dapat maging intentional tayo. Every time that you're going to go live, let's be intentional as to ano din, network a little, 'di ba? Para magkaroon kayo ng friends in this industry. Ayan, so let me share my screen. Okay, hopefully I can ayan. Hmm, eh, there you go. Ayan. Mhm. Ayan, Mabalacat, Pampanga. Yes, there are people from the north. So, kita ba yung screen ko? Pa-confirm naman. Kasi first time ko mag-live ng ano, sa isang group. So, I don't usually do this. Paki-check nga guys kung kita niyo ba yung screen ko. Pa-confirm diyan. Sige, confirm muna natin. Pa-confirm nga mga ano, medyo delayed siguro ng konti 'no, ayan. Hindi pa ba? Wala pa daw nase-share na ano. Wala pa daw nase-share. Can you please help me? Ayan, sharing my screen. Hang on. Baka may kailangan tayong rescue. Wala pa yata. Okey. Ayun, confirm daw, confirm. Oh, nagse-share naman pala ako ng screen. Ayun, okay, perfect. So, if you can see my screen, so our lesson for today is why knowing when and how to raise rates matter. All right? So, thank you, Coach Hoden, for letting me know na may screen na. Okay. So, for those people that are trying to understand yung um, yung kanilang ways around freelancing, all right? Voice pa lang. Teka, ba't gano'n? Okay, pareho tayo kay Abby. Wait lang. Wala pa daw. Shucks, wait lang. Stop screen sharing ako and then ba't gano'n? Chars. Okay, wag niyo ko iwanan, wait lang. Tawag dito, share screen ako ng ano, malala. Paano ba 'to? Entire screen na lang. Eto, carry bomb na ba 'to? Kita na ba yung screen ko? Kita ba? Sige, wait ko yung confirmation sa chat. Nag-share screen ako tapos on my end sabi naman ano, I'm sharing my screen but let me know sa audience. Of course, there's a little bit of a delay ng konti. So let me know kung ano na nakaka-share screen na ako. Sige, wait lang natin ng konti. I need to know baka ano naman tayo. Abi, please help, Charles. Ayun. Teka, teka lang sige share ko nga 'to kay Keribam. Si Abby na daw ang mag-share nito. Meron na daw. Ayun, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you guys. Ayun, okay na daw pala, Abby. Perfect. Ayan. So if you can see my screen, thank you so much for confirming. Ayun. So why knowing when and how to raise rates matter? Very, very important 'yun, no? Kailangan talaga medyo mataas ng EQ natin. When's the perfect time? But at the same time, meron din namang ways to yung may checklist naman, no? Okay, ito na very important. So lahat ng mga freelancers out there, kung team replay ka or whatnot, very important to kailan ba yung perfect timing. Kung kailan mo dapat sabihin kay client na, okay, o kaya in your freelancing business, when is it the best time for you to start? really raising your rates. Kasi pag hindi mo 'to alam, then you're gonna be having a problem in sustaining your freelancing business, and at the same time mag-uumpisa ka na mag-doubt yung sarili mo, "Oh, hindi siguro para sa akin 'tong freelancing na 'to," ganyan or something. Pero ang totoo lang nun is you really have to understand na, uy, kailangan mo na talagang magtaas ng rate mo because hindi na siya balance in terms of your expenses, or at the same time, okay, kailan kailan ko ba 'to ipi-pitch kay client. So very important 'yan. So for those people, um who's in here, all right? Can you please share this live to those people that you know, so that baka meron silang mapulot dito. Okay, so as freelancing, pricing strategy plays a very huge role pagdating sa growth of our career. So, raising rates very important so that we can ensure na nagsistay tayong competitive, no, while getting paid. Very important 'yan kasi getting paid is ng rate that you deserve. Sobrang importante nun para maging happy ka, okay? You'll have the confidence to raise rates and communicate effectively, alright? Kapag alam mo kung kailan mo din yun gagawin. Alright, so one thing that is very, very important, okay, is maintaining a balance between competitiveness and profitability. Yan yung mga matututunan niyo sa akin today. Another thing is establishing your value as a professional. Yan, ito. And then growing your freelance career sustainably. Yan yung currently gusto ko na maintindihan niyo for today. Okay? So, when nga ba? When is the best time to raise the rate? Okay? So you might be wondering when yung perfect window. So a few signs na ready ka nang magtaas ng rate mo, and because one is demand exceeds supply, right? Yan yung very important, no? When do we actually say na demand exceeds supply? Kasi clients are booking you faster than you can manage, no? Sobrang dami mo na nakukuhang inbound inquiry, yan. Sobrang dami mo na rin na referral na nakukuha. So of course, you're in demand already, and hindi mo na 'to kumbaga parang kumbaga yung current, ibig sabihin nun, maganda talaga yung mga output mo and you're being really ano yun, kumbaga parang being referred by a lot of people speaks volume of who you are and what you do. So, meaning to say, oh, pwede ka na magtaas ng rate. Kasi hindi mo rin naman talaga sila makikater lahat, 'di ba? So, very important na, okay, since at the end of the day, yung goal mo talaga is to hit also your financial goals, then it's high time that you start to raise your rates. Kasi hindi mo man sila makukuha lahat, okay, to be able for you to achieve that financial goal, you can still hit that financial objective or financial goal with lesser number of clients. So, one of the things that you need to understand is, nakakakuha na ba ako ng maraming inquiry? Marami na bang nagre-refer sa akin? Yun, I think demand is exceeding supply already, so you could definitely start charging higher. Okay? Next would be gaining experience. So, meaning to say, you've gained more skills and deliver higher value. Madalas kasi talaga, kung halimbawa meron dito na mga seasoned na, alright, pero hindi pa rin sila nakakapagtaas ah, ah, ng rates nila. So, definitely you have to consider na kasi you've been in the industry for quite some time, 'di ba? Tapos at the same time, because of your experience, nakagain na talaga kayo ng skills. And of course, you really need to understand you're also delivering so much value already. So, you need to start raising your rates. Kasi up until ano ba, tawag dito, wala naman kasing talagang time technically kung kailan ka dapat magre-raise ng rates. But if you start to acquire more skills, nag-upskill ka na, marami ka na natututunan, 'di ba? So, alam mo 'yun, that's also a sign that you can start to raise your rates. All right? Another thing is new niche, okay? New niche or expertise. You've specialized in a high demand area. Ibig sabihin niyan, kumbaga, okay, so ano ka na, kumbaga parang, yung let's say for example, before medyo generalize yung ano mo 'no, yung, kumukuha ka ng kahit sinong kliyente for your marketing, or social media marketing or probably editing 'no, video editing, kahit sino kinukuha mo or whatnot. But right now you become an expert in terms of paano ka talaga mag video edit for a, let's say for example, a coach, 'di ba? High ticket coach. So iba talaga 'yun. At tapos before kumukuha ka ng e-com, kumukuha ka ng iba-ibang industry, but now you're trying to niche down because you know for a fact that there's a certain, no, not just demand but certain talaga na are tailored way of editing, tailored way at mas madali para sa'yo talaga na i-plug and play yung system mo. So kapag niche down ka na and also you become really a master of a certain skill, then dapat before kasi kuha ka ng kuha just for the sake of meron lang trabaho, meron lang project. There's also power in also niching down or just choosing a specific na industry. So you can also start charging higher. Okay? Don't worry kasi in the for clients, if you actually have a specialized na skill or specialized na industry, they really perceive that as somebody na expert. So they don't mind paying you more compared to other freelancers because nag-umpisa ka na talaga na kumbaga parang concentrate lang on this specialized skill. So that's one thing that you have to check. Oh, ako ba ano ba ako tawag dito generalist pa rin ba ako? Kasi kung generalist ka pa rin, it's high time to consider para kasi gusto mo magtaas na ng presyo, 'di ba? So consider mo rin 'yun. Another thing is client feedback. Clients suggest that you charge more due to your exceptional work. Very important na makakuha kayo ng mga testimonials or really, I believe in feedback loop kasi, no? I always teach this to on the stage 3 calls. You really have to understand the value of um, clients validating that you're doing an exceptional work. Okay, they start to see na, oh, tawag dito, you're becoming really amazing at what you do. And they're gonna start saying that, for example, sasabihin nila sa'yo na, I've been seeing a lot of amazing results with the way you like do copywriting. We do have higher open rates sasabihin ng client sa'yo. And as of the moment, we really have high conversion. So that's really a validation that you have become not just an expert, but you're really giving results to clients. And that's something that you have to take as a sign, di ba? Trigger yun. That's a sign that you really have to start also raising your rates. Kung sa umpisa, nag-umpisa ka na parang BCS lang or probably nag-umpisa ka sa kanila na, let's say for example, $5 lang or whatnot, it's high time for you to really raise your rates kasi nga, nag-uumpisa na rin makakita yung client ng talagang massive results from your outputs. Okay? And then last but not least is inflation and market rates. The industry is kumbaga kailangan maintindihan natin, meron kasing standard for your service, okay? So sometimes makikita mo na yung mga kasabayan mo na mga freelancers, eto na yung nasa ganito ng bracket yung kanilang china-charge and you're still kumbaga nandun ka pa rin sa lower end nung charging. So, you really have to understand na kaya baka merong ganong industry standard is because we have to consider their OpEx or operational expenses. Technically, kapag kahit naman solopreneur or wala ka pang mga tao or whatnot, freelancing is still a business. So you have to consider what are the expenses that you have, no? Let's say, for example, the tools that you're using, probably, the internet and everything that actually provides you exceptional results. Those are the things na kaya kailangan mo i-consider. And if tumataas, let's say, for example, tumaas yung tools na ginagamit mo, tumaas ang kuryente mo or whatnot, then definitely it's high time for you to start charging higher. Huwag mo siyang balewalain because at the end of the day, mapapansin mo na tawag dito, bakit ganun? Mataas naman yung, kumbaga okey naman yung rate ko sa client pero parang biglang yung dati namin na nakakapunta ako sa ganitong restaurant parang hindi ko na magawa or something. That's because ang inflation kasi sometimes we don't really feel na tumataas na yung mga bilihin 'no. Sino dito naniniwala na 'pag nabarehan na yung 1,000 wala na? Chars. Sino dito ako lang ba nakakaramdam nun na 'pag nabarehan na yung 1,000 nung parang wala na talaga yun? Isipin mo kung mag-Grab ka lang or something 500 na minsan yun 'pag malalayo ng konti pupuntahan. Yan, tawag dito, 'di ba 'pag, halimbawa 'di natin napapansin yan ta's dati 'di ba 'pag naggo-grocery tayo guys, 'di ba yung, 1,000 ano yan, medyo malaki-laki pa yung supot na dala natin. Ngayon 'pag 1,000 lang dalhin mo sa grocery, grabe parang toiletries lang, 'di ba yung malaking shampoo lang yan tsaka ano, konting ano lang toiletries lang 1,000 na, 'di ba? So, ako lang ba nakakapansin nun o siyempre kayo din or maraming mayaman dito? Sabi ni Amor, "You're not alone." Ta's meron pang pa-soundtrack ng buhay niya, char. Sobrang bigat ng bilihin ngayon, sobrang bigat ng bilihin. Oo, may 500 nga ako sa bulsa kanina bago ako mag-stage, ngayon wala na yung grabe, totoo yan. Alam mo nag-umpisa ako nung dati na 'di ba pansit canton magkano lang, pambihira. Yung ngayon magkano na yung pansit canton tinanong ko kasi 'di ba eto naman kagandahan ng freelancing 'no, malalaman mo na umaangat-angat na tayo sa laylayan kapagka halimbawang hindi na natin tinitignan yung presyo ng bilihin, which is something na talaga namang I praise God and of course pinagpapasalamat ko na nandito tayo kasi before kailangan, "Uy, ano lang budget natin, tawag dito, ano lang budget natin, 5K lang budget natin or something." Ngayon, alam mo very proud ako sa sarili ko nung nakaraan nakapag-grocery ako na 40K yung sahod ko. Ko sa inyo both to brag and inspire, charot. Kasi siyempre dati naman 'di mo naman gagawin yun 'di ba? Yung pamilya mo kailangan talagang, "Uy, 'wag kang kumuha niyan." Tinatapik-tapik mo pa yung nanay mo or 'di ba ngayon puwede na silang kumuha ng basket, "O sige, tawag dito, bibigyan ko kayo 1 minute hako challenge." Charot. So, siyempre very important na ma-achieve din natin yun and the only way for us to achieve that, okey, nagpapa-raffle yan si Mark ano, tawag dito, the only way for us to be able to experience that kind of life 'no, eventually, is that kailangan aware tayo, okey? Aware tayo that there's inflation, aware tayo na may industry rates, aware tayo of when to really charge higher. Kasi sometimes, the Filipinos, yung culture talaga natin is nahihiya tayong pag-usapan ng pera, okey? Let it sink. Yung mga foreigner, pinagsasamantalahan nila yun. Kasi, di natin agad masabi na, "Oh, kailangan ko mag-ano, taas ng rates or what not." 'Di ba, tama ba ako? So, 'pag ganyan ang ano niyo, 'pag ganyan ang current na nararamdaman niyo, baka this is a sign that you also need to check, you know. Currently totoo naman na ano, tawag dito, I have already experienced. Currently, eto na yung matagal ko ng ginagawa and I've been getting a lot of feedback. And nag-uumpisa na rin ako mag-worry kasi ano, yung kumbaga parang tumataas na yung tuition or what not. And then there's no harm in trying to, start raising your rates, especially if you know for a fact that you really give value to your clients, alright? So ayan, very important yan. So ayan. Next is how to prepare for raising rates. Yan, very important yan, no? Before jumping into increasing your rates, preparation is key. Very important yung kailangan you first know what others in your field are charging. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, know the industry rates. Mag-research kayo. Research is really important. Then, evaluate na yung unique skills na meron ka, no? Kasi you have to bring results to clients, eh, di ba? And of course, practice what you preach, okay? Kasi kailangan talaga you communicate confidently, very, very important kapag time na, okay? So, how do you prepare raising rates? As I have mentioned, research is very important. So, mag-research ka na. Okay, currently, no, magkano ba chine-charge ng mga ano diyan, social media manager na talagang ano na, expert na? Kasi baka sobrang lala, puwede ka na palang mag times 3 ng rate mo, 'di ba? Same lang din naman yung value na binibigay, times 3 na pala dapat ako. So, very important yun. Next is evaluate your value. Okay, evaluate your value. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, list down mo yung mga unique skills na meron ka para pagdating ng pagbigay mo ng portfolio mo, i-improve mo na 'to 'no. Kunwari right now I also know, how to utilize AI, ganyan, 'di ba? So very important 'yun. Next is, um very important yung results na na-deliver mo sa previous clients mo. So, yun ang unahin mo munang, kolektahin 'no. Not just testimonials, but the case studies or lalo na kung maa-align mo siya sa revenue line that you are really, becoming like a service provider na nakakapagbigay sa kanila talaga ng conversions. So without your services, it's going to be hard for them to really have more sales. Kapag na-connect mo yan dyan, very important ang role or seat that you're going to um, play in their company. So ayun, pwede mo isulat na yan. Yan. Kolektahin mo na yung not just testimonials, but kolektahin mo talaga yung proof that your services is actually giving them sales. That's one. Next is build confidence, no? Walang work around sa confidence. Kailangan confident ka kasi they smell fear, clients smell fear miles and miles away. Pag kahit na malayo pa, naaamoy nila if you're not confident enough that you can deliver, no? Dapat talaga pag binitawan mo yung presyo, pag binitawan mo yung rate na yan, panindigan mo, okay lang yun, walang problema dun brad, walang problema dun sis. Kasi ang importante nun is that whatever happens, you're gonna do your best in order for you to deliver. Kasi nagtaas ka ng rates, 'di ba? The only thing that is actually hindering you or holding you back from charging is because you're not confident enough that you can actually deliver that value. Tama, mali? Yun lang naman nagho-hold back sa'yo, eh. So right now, this number 3 bullet point is very important. Kasi kahit anong sabi namin sa inyo, kahit anong sabi ko sa inyo that, "Hey, wag mong i-undervalue ang sarili mo. Hey, it's high time that you kasi ganito na yung industry standard." If you don't have if you don't have the confidence to be able to really, say confidently to client, "Hey there, I'm currently charging $35 per hour." Oh, 'di ba? So, I'm currently charging $35 per hour. Is that something that you can do, right? So, pag hindi mo talaga kayang bitawan yon, then there's no way that you're going to be able to increase your rates. And you're just gonna be like the freelancer that is, alam mo yun, tawag dito, is never going to be getting away from what you're currently having. Sabi nga nila, 'di ba, what you're not changing, you're choosing. 'Di ba? Let it sink in. What you're not changing, you're choosing. Pinipili mo na magstay sa rate na 'yan, pinipili mo 'yan. Eh, hindi mo siya gustong baguhin, eh. So, change will actually come if you start to really, facing it head on. Sabihin mo sa client. So, 'pag nasabi mo na, bitawan mo na, panindigan mo, and definitely do your best in order for you to really deliver that value. Next is test the waters. Very important yung test the waters, no? Kailangan gradually increase mo din yung rates mo with new clients first. So, hindi naman ibig sabihin na gagamitin mo lang yung raise rates para sa current client mo. What if what you do is for you to be able to really be confident, start getting clients na mas mataas na yung rate na ibibigay mo pag first time niyo pa lang na mag-call or exchange ng messages. Bakit? Kasi 'pag alam mo na, okey nagtaas ako ng rates, may kumagat, tapos pagkatapos nun na-deliver ko yung value, masaya siya. So, you can actually really kumbaga parang circle back to your existing clients and then definitely ask them for that, standard rate that you have. "Hey, Mr. Client, so as of the moment, I'm really charging this with my other clients, and I would like to implement it as well with our current, agreement. So, is that something that we could do so that I can draft another agreement?" 'Di ba? So, those are the things na puwede mong sabihin sa kanila because kung hindi mo agad masabi 'to sa existing clients mo, then get the courage to actually start charging that rate by acquiring another client, and then you start to implement yung current net rate na gusto mo. So that kumbaga parang 'wag mo na munang isipin yung mga current na clients mo, puwede pero sa mga bago mag-start ka na para malaman mo, validate mo na, puwede naman pala, 'di ba? Okay, next is timing your rate increase. Very important yung timing, no? Timing can make a very huge difference in how well your rate increase, kumbaga parang is received. So, ayun, parang very important yung mga moments na yan. So, kailan ba yan? Okay, yung window na pwede tayong mag-pitch na, okay? Ito, sabihin ko sa inyo yung eksaktong time, no? Para at least alam nyo. Um, Kailangan kasi maintindihan mo new year or new quarter. Bakit? New year because very important yung yung when are the businesses are actually trying to reset their budgets, no? Dapat ma-include nila yung dapat bago mag-New Year, bago sila mag-start ng mag-assess ng kanilang budgets, mag-pitch ka na that hey there, I'm going to start to increase my rate. Kasi kapag halimbawa, pwede pang maging hindrance yun sa pag kunwari nanghihingi ka ng rate increase. Sabi na, tapos na yung budgeting for the annual ano natin sa company budget natin So, tapos na, hindi na siya mai-include. So, better luck next year. Aray, next year ka pa, charot. So, very, di ba, masakit. So, timingan nyo, most of the time, it's new quarter. Because sa new quarter, kaya nila 'tong, i-justify kasi merong, quarterly planning, 'di ba, quarterly goal setting, nagse-set sila ng OKR na tinatawag, objective key results. Yung time na yun, kaya it's really going to be easier to say yes or no to some, employees lalo na kung ito na yung gusto nila na maging, arrangements niyo 'no. Next is after a major project win, okay? Kasi kailangan natin gamitin yung successful outcomes as leverage. Madalas kasi sayang yung momentum. Nagkaroon ng major project win, nagkaroon ng malaking, let's say for example, sale, outcome yung clients, hindi mo sinamantala. I mean, ibig ko sabihin dapat, kumbaga parang ito nga yung mga tinuturo ko palagi. Wag kang mag-ask ng testimonials or mag-ask ng sa dulo na ng project or whatnot. Once that you have actually hit, a certain milestone, um, sa business nila with your help, with your services, then it's high time for you to really leverage that outcome. Mag-ask ka na. Kunwari, magkatapos ng 24 hours to 48 hours, ask ka na ng rate kasi mainit-init pa yung fresh pa yung memory nila with yung, kumbaga yung naiambag mo with their current win, right? Another thing is after gaining certification or new skills. Very important, no? Kailangan talaga na, let's say for example, magpi-pitch ka. What's new? What has been added into your current na skill set and or probably knowledge bank or whatnot. So you could actually say, no, currently I have gained certification. I'm now certified like go high level expert or I'm a certified online business manager. So definitely, ano yun, it's really a milestone for you and also hindi rin naman madali to achieve that milestone. So they really have to also give you credit no for those upskilling and then courses that you're taking. So alam nila na you really can bring more value to the table. Lalo na kapag halimbawa na yung mga tinitake mo na certification courses is on the global standard, no? International standard. So that's something that you could also take as a cue para mag-raise ka na ng rates mo. Another thing is during contract renewal. Of course, di ba? Magko-contract renewal na rin naman. Yun talaga yung perfect time, perfect window for you to start asking for increase. Lalo na kung tawag dito, wag mo tong i-miss out kasi opportunity na 'to na mag-revise ka ng terms 'no, ng mga scope of work, terminal, very important 'yan. Kung hindi nila kaya ang rate mo, then bawasan mo naman ang inyong, deliverables. O, 'di ba? Kasi sabi mo, "Oh, no problem, no problem, we stay with the budget. How about we lessen the deliverables?" So, siyempre sila naman maaalarma sila, 'di ba? So, kailangan nila kumpleto pa rin yung deliverables mo. So, ngayon at least nabibigyan mo sila ng options, 'di ba? Options, very important. So, before ako mag-continue, pa-confirm, meron pa ba diyan? Okay, so yeah, 35 strong. So hello sa inyong lahat. Pa-comment naman diyan kung meron pa akong mga kausap. So far, are you learning? Okay? Baka this is a sign also. Learning ba tayo diyan? Learning. Pa-type naman diyan if may kausap pa ako. Hello sa inyo, okay? Sino dito yung matagal-tagal na bago huling nakapag-paas ng rate increase? Yan. Hey, Jessel, yan. Sino dito yung mga matagal na bago nakapag-ask ng rate increase or talaga, kumbaga parang gustong umattend lang dito para makakuha ng ideas kung paano na alam mo yun, makapag-pitch sa client. Ayun, yun. Okay. Meron naman palang kausap. Learning, grabe, gandang perspective to increase rate. Ayun, oo nga, Amor, tawag dito. Ito season na 'to, veteran na 'to. Lagi ka namang magpapa-increase ng rates. Okay, learning and listening. Yeah, it's about time. Correct. Sabi ni Jevy, learning, grabe, gandang perspective to increase. Thank you so much, Jevy. Ayan. So, sobrang importante na alam niyo 'yun kasi, gagamitin din ng kliyente sa inyo 'yan. Gagamitin niya 'yan para hindi rin kayo agad kumbaga parang, "Ay tapos na 'yung ano, budget season, eh. Ay ano, tawag dito, wala masyadong ano, 'di ba tapos na 'yung major project mo, ang tagal na 'no, 'yung seasonal, ang tagal na nung season bago ka nakapagbigay ng ano, ng, wins or sales, sayang yung opportunity, 'di ba? Kasi hindi ka na let's say for example copywriter ka 'no, okey magaling ka naman ng copywriter, but sometimes you really have to leverage na nagkaroon kayo ng massive win nitong Black Friday or Lazada sale, Shopee ano 'di ba, 11/11 or whatnot. Sayang yun, kasi kailan mo ulit yun mai-hit 'no? You really have to take the opportunity when it presents, you know, itself. Kailangan talaga i-seize mo yung moment, "Okay, this is the time, kailangan kong mag-increase ng rate." I'm teaching you how to leverage all of these things para pagdating na mag-uusap kayo ng client, prepared ka. You really have to prepare for it and you have to know the window of when nga ba, when, 'di ba? Example niyan is kunwari, web developer ka, 'di ba? Kailangan mo mag-increase ng rate. So, kaya mo mag-increase ng rate kasi nakumpleto mo yung ano, nung website 'no, for a high profile clients. Kaya mo ng mag-ano siya, kumbaga parang mag-increase mga 20% ng ano, bakit? Kasi bukod sa nakita niya na ang bilis ng, turnover mo ngayon, 'di ba, compared to your other project. At the same time, nakita niya na, okey, grabe gumanda na yung, kumbaga gumanda rin yung design, yung flow, tapos nakapag-generate sila ng ano, sale. Talagang nakikita nila na, um, 'pag pumasok na sa website 'no, automatic meron talagang conversion, walang masyadong nalalaglag or churn na rate na tinatawag, wala masyadong gano'n. Ibig sabihin effective yung naging paggawa niya ng website. So, definitely ano, sa susunod na mga projects nila, kaya niyang mag-increase, okey? So, leverage niyo yung gano'n na opportunity. Alright, next is how to communicate rate increases. Ayan, konti na lang. I think we're down to final, slides naman, konting slides na lang, ayan. So, how to communicate or increase your rate, ayan. Now that medyo decided ka na 'no, magtataas na talaga ako, wala na tayong magagawa, talagang kasi magtataas din yung tuition ng anak ko, kailangan ko na talagang mag-ano. So, how do you tell your clients, 'di ba? Okey, so kailangan be upfront and professional. Kailangan give them advice kumbaga give them advance notice, kailangan very, very important 'yan. So, paano ba 'yun, okey? One is be direct and professional, very important 'yan kasi at the end of the day 'pag mga business owners or mga nasa high level seats, very busy sila 'no. So, clearly state your new rate and the reason behind it. Huwag masyadong kailangan, "Kasi po ganun, ganyan." No, you really have to make them understand directly kung para saan yung meeting or para saan yung email or whatnot. So, what I suggest that you do is offer advance notice. Very important na advance talaga yung binigay mo ahead of time, and you're really giving them the opportunity to prepare for it too. 'Di ba? Nag-prepare ka para dun sa email na ise-send mo, hindi mo ma-click yung send button. So nag-prepare ka. Now bigyan mo din sila ng time to prepare for it. So, dapat bago pa mag-quarterly planning, dapat na-send mo na yung email na yun or nakapag-set ka na ng meeting for you to really let them in kung, bakit yun yung kailangan mong ng maging rate, okey? Offering kumbaga parang 'pag nag-advance notice ka kasi, technically I'm gonna give you like, kung kaya 'no, 30 days notice, that would be good. Kasi lalo na kung malaki yung company kasi kailangan pa nila mag-discuss niyan ng finance, kailangan. So 30 days notice would always be good for your ongoing clients. 'Wag mong expect na for example pagka nasabi mo ngayong week na 'to matataas na no, siyempre meron silang billing cycle, meron silang mga meron din silang mga tinitingnan nila kung, yung mga incoming nila na, notes receivables, yung mga magbabayad nilang kliyente, is really going to be kumbaga enough for your ask 'no, for your request. That's very important. So, advance notice, check niyo 'yan, screenshot niyo yung mga para at least bago kayo mag-pitch, bago kayo magsabi sa client, alam niyo na. Okay, next is, highlight value delivered. So, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, emphasize niyo yung success and added skills. So, kailangan 'pag nag-email kayo, kasama niyo 'to. So, marunong naman kayo sa ChatGPT, okey, lahat ng sinabi ko dapat gawin niyo. Highlight the value that I deliver, kolektahin niyo yung puwede niyong gawing gamitin, 'di ba? Testimonial, mga screenshot, mga kung ano, um, lahat ng mga, sales na sinabi, "Uy, good job," or something, kolektahin niyo 'yan kasi lahat 'yan pagsama-samahin niyo and then tsaka niyo i-run kay ChatGPT, how do I communicate this and then be able to, just also attach 'no, kung ano yung mga good things na nasabi sa'yo and at the same time, yung talagang proof that you have delivered value. And of course, stay positive and open. Very important yun. Keep the door open for questions and renegotiation. As a business owner myself, this is very important. I try to negotiate with some of my team 'no, just in case na say for example, they feel like, kailangan na nila ng increase or whatnot, then in the business owner's perspective, siyempre kailangan nilang makipag-negotiate sa inyo, always 'yun, okey? Pero may times naman kunwari ako, I don't really negotiate lalo na if they deserve it naman, 'di ba? And kumbaga parang napansin ko naman talaga na dumadami na yung deliverables and whatnot. But you have to stay positive and open because there are really business owners who's going to haggle. Oo, makikipagbaratan, 'di ba gano'n? Makikipag-haggle talaga sa, "Oh, bigyan mo naman ako please, next quarter ka na," or something. So, you really have to, um, understand na, "Okay, so hey, Mr. Client, so I understand that you need time in order for you to process all of this stuff, but I also need to make sure that you, understand that I'm going to circle back to this conversation in 60 days, in 30 days, in 90 days. Because it's either, balikan mo yung sinabi ko, it's either that we're going to, um, agree on my desired rate or, di ba, my desired monthly recurring retainer fee or we're gonna be like lessening the deliverables. Either way, okay yun, it's a win for you. Bakit? You're gonna have time, 'di ba? Kung mababawasan yung deliverables, then you're gonna have time to acquire more clients, 'di ba? Ano ka na lang, ayusin mo na lang yung lead generation or client acquisition mo kasi okay din yun. Hindi ka na masyadong swamp sa trabaho. So it's a win for both, you know? Hindi ka aalis sa kanila, hindi nila kayang i-ano yung rate mo sa ngayon, hindi nila kayang taasan, pero mababawasan deliverables mo, then you can have a chance to add in more clients, 'di ba? So, 'wag tayong mag-stay lang sa idea na, kailangan talaga make or break kahit anong mangyari basta ito talaga gagawin ko yung best ko para wala ng atrasan 'to basta ang ending nitong call na 'to kailangan talaga makapag-increase ako ng rates. We cannot really ano, 'di ba, kumbaga we cannot really push for something lalo na kung hindi pa sila ready because you don't have let's say for example, some of the, freelancers don't really have access or visibility in terms of their current expenses or their current, you know, rate or, sorry, revenue, 'di ba? So and be very considerate because some people doesn't understand yung business side of things, which is there are really operational expenses, may taxes, may binabayaran. So there would be times that they really are going to negotiate with you. Okay? Very important yan. So what you can do is to be able to understand how to still achieve, you know, a change into your current agreement. So, hindi sila makakapagbigay sa'yo ng rate na desired mo, there's another way. So that it's still going to be a win, it's still a win in my book. All right? So, yan. Sabi nga ni Abby, if you do have questions, yeah, please let me know. I want to really ask questions. So, I think I'm down with the two more slides. Alright, handling client pushback. Ito na 'yun, 'di ba? O 'yan, sinasagot ko na agad baka may question kay Charles. So, as I've mentioned, not all clients are gonna be able to immediately accept a rate increase, alright? Hindi nila 'yan agad-agad bibigay for some clients. So, you really have to understand that you stay confident, alright? Because you have to reaffirm the value that you bring. So, very important na ito yung kailangan mong magawa 'pag halimbawa na nabitawan mo na, you're asking for the rate. Stay calm, alright? Stay confident, very important. Don't apologize, don't backtrack. "Ay, 'wag na lang pala, 'wag na, hindi na lang ako magtataas, Mr. Client, pasensya na." 'Wag mo kang mag-backtrack ng gano'n. Masyado mo namang sarili mo, do not apologize because at the end of the day, pinag-isipan mo naman 'yan, eh. Hindi ka naman magtataas ng presyo kung hindi mo naman talaga 'yan na pinag-isipan and chinek. Kasi sabi ko nga sa inyo, preparation is key. You have to understand bakit ka ba nagtataas. How can you ask for something that you cannot explain, 'di ba? Why are you even doing that? Okay? So, do not apologize or backtrack. So, reaffirm your value. Kailangan, paalalahanan mo sila. Really remind them of the things that you have given, the results that you have provided. So that if they become reminded of the things that you have given them, then they would definitely consider. Okay? Reconsider kapag halimbawa nagpo-pushback siya, definitely it's wag kayong mag-alala, it's really in the business owner's mind. And this is me trying to also let you in sa perspective natin pag nabitawan mo na, pag nagsabi ka sa akin na gusto mo ng increase, iniisip ko 'yun. 'Di ba? How do I achieve that? How do I make that happen? So same thing with some of your employers, some of your clients, they're really going to find a way. Ang maganda do'n nabitawan mo na, nasabi mo sa kanila, you have this intention, they're going to ang kumbaga nasa kanila na yung bola, they're going to find a way lalo na kung very importante or you're a key player 'no, sa kanilang company. Again, as I have mentioned, you also have to offer alternatives. So we propose a different solution like ayun nga, katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, probably, fewer hours, 'di ba? Okay lang, ano na lang tayo, 4 hours a week na lang, ay 4 hours na lang tayo a day, 'di ba? Hindi ko sinasabi 'to para maano kayo 'no, tawag dito, do not take it negatively kapagka nagpababa ka ng hours. It's a good thing. Why? Because few hours na lang sine-serve mo sa client pero same pa rin ng bayad sa'yo. That's a win, okay? And then, of course, be willing to walk away. Kapag ito naman yung hard and very, kumbaga real talk 'no, reality-wise, I really need you to also put this in your mind. Be willing to walk away. Huwag kang masyadong manghinayang kapag halimbawa kasi there are clients na 'pag sinabi mo 'yun, totoo naman. I want to prepare you for the hard truth. There would be client that would actually let you go if you're asking na, gano'n yung pay mo pero hindi pa sila willing do'n. I just want you to know na hindi iyon negative. You don't want to keep working for somebody na hindi ka rin nakikita at yung value na binibigay mo at lahat ng results na binibigay mo. I mean, kumikita siya ng kumikita and then only to 'di ba parang hindi man lang niya na value yung matagal niyo ng relationship. It's been years, you know. I haven't really asked for any increase in rates. So, it's high time na maintindihan mo, is that a client that you would like to work with in the next 5 years? You have to reassess also your values and also you have to reassess your yung kumbaga parang alignment sa ganitong mga tao. So, don't be afraid to walk away from these clients kasi at the end of the day, I'm giving you the secret to really increasing your rates. Pag binitawan mo na, be really confident, don't apologize, don't backtrack. Alam mo yun? Sobrang importante na masyado mo talagang kinukulong yung sarili mo na wala na akong makikitang ibang client. That's not the way to do freelancing. Sobrang daming kliyente sa totoo lang, okay? I just want you to know kasi the more that you think na ganito yung sobrang hindi ako makakuha ng client, the more that it's going to happen to you. Believe me, there's power, really. There's power in confidently declaring. Okay? Declaring that you're good, declaring that you are going to do everything in your power to really deliver those results, 'di ba? You are declaring that you're a premium freelancer and you're declaring that you deserve a client who really sees, you know, the quality work that you put in. So, wag kang mag-alala do'n kasi um kahit na mawala sa'yo yung mga small clients niyan because kaya hindi ka magkaroon ng premium client or big client because you're holding ng sobra doon sa small fish 'no, sa small client mo 'no. Kaya hindi ka kumbaga parang wala kang time and also wala kang, kumbaga opportunity to change or to replace. Kasi nakagano'n yung kamay mo, 'di ba? So dapat willing to let go, willing to negotiate, willing to say kung anong nabigay mong output. And if it's not working, don't worry. Kasi it's really, really going to be an opportunity for you. Opportunity yan. opportunity for you to really find that perfect client. Alam mo, sa totoo, the perfect client is already out there. Nandiyan na siya. Okay? Hinihintay ka lang niya or naghihintay lang kayo sa perfect opportunity. Hindi mo lang 'to magawa because you have been holding, it's you're really holding on to a client that you think is going to see your value. Balang araw makikita mo rin ng ano, balang araw, charot. So, but sa totoong buhay lang, hindi niya talaga ikaw nakikita. And at the same time, wala siyang balak na taasan ang rate mo. So, reassess also. Be willing to walk away. That's not your ideal client. Okay? So far, am I making sense to each one of you? Baka it's a sign. Okay? Huwag kayong matakot. Binabitawan mo na. You pray about it and at the same time, be confident enough. Bakit? You could start testing the waters with your new rate. Diba? Okay? Bigyan ko lang kayo ng ano ha, tawag dito. O, ayan. Proven scripts for balang araw na hindi na dumating. Yes, baka 'di ba? Balang araw na alam mo 'yun, hindi mo alam kung kailan, Diyos ko, ang ano pa parang parang di ka rin umalis sa corporate, 'di ba? Kasi sa corporate ladder ang hirap niyan ma-achieve yung increase ng rate, ang tagal niyan. Bago ka ma-promote, ang tagal. Parang hindi ka rin umalis sa corporate ladder. Sa freelancing, you have the power, okay? You have the say, okay? Kumbaga ito yung kagandahan nito, I charge, you know, how my rate is gonna be. Meron ka, you just you just keep on lowballing yourself. Okay? Nilo-lowball mo lang sarili mo and don't do that to yourself. Okay? Filipinos, alam mo sa totoo, akala mo lang talaga na ano, tawag dito na ano tayo, kumbaga parang, dito lang tayo kasi nasa third world country tayo. Kasi ano eh, offshore eh. Alam mo yun, di tayo no. I'm gonna tell it this you. I just closed a 10,000 USD clients. Sabi niya sa akin, you're charging super high. Sabi niya gano'n. But why? Sabi niya gano'n. Because ang sinasabi ko sa client is, you know, at the end of the day, you're paying for my skills. The output is really gonna be the same, right? I'm just saying that not because that we're offshore doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to like um just take just take all of these, let's say for example rate. We're also trying to like dream for our families. Say for example, okay, so currently it will be sufficient enough to send my children to school. But what if my dream or my financial goal is actually to send my kids to international school? Or I okay, so I have this current rate and I do have a car, but my car is not enough for my growing family. And I need to have like, a bigger car. And I can't do that because of my current rate. It's holding me back, di ba? Okay. Coach Ice, paano pag walang skills pa? Okay. I'm going to be straight with you, no? Currently, kumbaga parang ako sinasabi ko to sa'yo na, you really need to have the skills. Okay? Kasi, hindi mo naman kayang lagi yang i-wing, no? But, I'm saying na kahit wala ka pang skills, you don't need to do everything for free. You don't need to actually, kumbaga ask for a low rate. $3 or $5 lang, no. Kasi at the end of the day, ang dami mo naman tinatrabaho. Ang charge mo is, let's say for example, I'm going to charge like around $10 per hour because I'm going to concentrate with you. I'm not gonna take any more clients. And because of that, I really need to concentrate and be able to make sure that all of the things that you need, I'm gonna be able to deliver. 'Di ba? Wala namang masama dun na sasabihin mo sa kanya na, "I'm really, a newbie, but I'm not gonna take like $3 per hour. There's no way I'm gonna take that because it's not gonna be sufficient enough for me to cover all my bills." 'Di ba? So, I'm just saying. So, kumbaga walang problema sa ano, you need to be upfront with the client, but you need to be also willing to really learn how to negotiate kung bakit ito yung chine-charge mo na rate. I cannot afford to take any more clients because right now, though I'm still learning about, being a very good executive assistant or whatnot, I think I'm very proficient with tools, no? But I'm very proficient with trying to support, you know, clients with all of these digital tools. It's just that I really haven't like have a very good experience with this. I need somebody to actually take a chance on me to be able to really teach me about this. The good thing is, um, even though I don't have enough experience, I think that I'm very quick on learning things, and at the same time, when you tell me specifically what to be able to do, then I find ways. I'm very proactive. I'm gonna learn it overnight and then be able to really deliver. So, you know, you have to understand, being honest doesn't mean na hindi mo naman mako-close yung client sa desired mo na rates. But I would really like to tell you that kailangan mo talaga to learn some skills. Do not Hindi ako kasi naniniwala talaga na parang, although before talaga kailangan confident ka na ano, tawag dito, kahit hindi mo masyadong alam yung gano'n, pero at least medyo alam mo kung paano mo din ide-deliver. Okey? Huwag masyado na parang ano tayo, over-promising tayo. Okey? Mas mabuti na alam ni client din kung hanggang saan yung kaya mo, and then you're willing to actually compromise by, you know, extending your time to learn about this, 'di ba? And trying to also say, for example, I'm willing to start with this rate, and then but I need to have an agreement with you, but that after 90 days or after 6 months, I'm going to revert back or circle back to our agreement, or to my desired rate. By that time, you probably have seen how good is my skills are, is it deserving of the rate that I'm asking, 'di ba? Yung mga gano'ng banat. So, kailangan medyo alam natin kung paano. Basta ang sinasabi ko lang dito is yung tanong na paano 'pag walang skills pa, you also have to understand kung yung hinihingi mong bang rates is feasible at reasonable. Okay, that's why research is very key. Key talaga siya. You have to understand yung industry rates. Magtanong sa ibang freelancers or whatnot. Para kung halimbawa na wala pang skills, then huwag ka rin masyadong mag-charge ng mataas, di ba? Ayun lang. Okay, next is, ang mga script na for example lang nito 'no. Although 'di naman ako ano, kailangan talaga active listening, or kailangan talaga isipin mo pa rin kung ano yung dapat mong sabihin sa client. Example lang naman 'to. So, "Thank you for considering my rate increase. As my skills and experience have grown, I'm confident this new rate aligns with the market and the value that I provide." Very simple lang yan. Pero yun yung sagot mo. Practicein mo lang kung papaano mo sasabihin, or revise mo na lang. Alam mo nung ginawa ko 'to, nung slide na 'to, wala pa si ChatGPT masyado. So, ngayon masyado na maraming paraan para yung tonality and kung papaano 'to sasabihin. So, run this down to ChatGPT and then all of those angles that you would like to use. Lalo na kung papaano yung tono mo, okay? Next is, I understand that adjusting the new rates can be a challenge. So definitely I know. And you're gonna be having to, you know, do a little bit of a computation with your finance, ganyan, sabihin mo lang sa. But let's explore how we can modify the scope of work to fit your budget. Very simple, diba? Next is, I've been reflecting on our work together, and based on the results we've achieved, I believe this adjustments in rates is a fair reflection of my contribution. Ito naman yung talagang meron ka na talagang nabigay na value, sales or whatnot. Kasi alam mo yun, tawag dito, nilolowball ka na lang talaga ni client. Charles, sabi, kabado pero decided na talaga ako mabago buhay namin ng anak ko. I'm really happy, alright, na nandiyan ka, tapos, I'll see you, of course, sa loob. Very important na gusto mo, eh, kailangan mong gustuhin. Masaya ako na if this lesson has been able to help you decide, okay? Next is raise rates without losing clients. Ayan yung last ko na, tawag dito na, I would like to teach you 'no. Here are some strategies to help you raise rates without losing clients. One hack is bundling your services. Yes, oh, 'di ba? Mag-bundle ka ng services mo. Parang kailangan ano, para ma-show mo yung, added value 'no. For example niyan, mag-offer ka na ng packages na that add value, and justify the rates. For example, "Okay, Mr. Client, so magtataas ako ng kunwari social media manager ka 'no, ano tawag dito, magtataas ako ng rates, ganyan, magtataas ako ng, rate ko, Mr. Client. But don't worry because, aside from, let's say for example lang 'no, kunwari, aside from, doing social media, management, I'm also gonna be able to, check out, also, let's say for example, I've developed a new skill or whatnot, I'm going to add in there SEO, ano na, keywording or whatnot. Di ba? Yung mga ganun paandar. Kasi may natutunan ka ng bagong skill, ilagay mo na sa bundle mo. Provided na hindi naman masyado kang kumbaga madadagdagan ng trabaho. Kasi, okay din yun kasi kailangan ko talaga ng mga SEO optimized na words, keywords or whatnot. Pero dinagdagan mo na lang yun. Nilagay mo as a bundle service, diba? Package, ganun. O let's say for example, um, oh, Mr. Client, I'm doing copywriting and don't worry because I'm going to add in there like a banner to the copywriting, ganyan, kineso. Pero totoo nun, meron ka na ng mga templates na nabili or what not, diba? Parang edit, tweak mo lang, ganyan. So, you have to do, really have to have an idea of how to add value without really adding sobrang bigat na, time sa deliverables or sa scope of work mo. Another thing is adding new skills or certification. Yan. So, ayun nga, kung halimbawang di ka pa talaga wala kang lakas ng loob or something, di okay, sige sa weekends mag-aaral ako tapos kuha ako ng certification dito. So, ayun. Yun ang gawin mo para at least makita na, value talaga kailangan taas ko na siya kasi hindi na siya project manager, pa-OBM na yung skills niya, gano'n or VBI na yung skills niya, 'di ba? Yan, very important 'yun. Okay, next. Offer a transition period. Okay, so dapat gradually ma-increase yung rate. Kapagka talagang medyo nakikita mo na, ay startup pala yung kliyente mo, 'di ba? So hindi pa niya kayang afford. So gradually mag-usap kayo ng existing clients mo na, okay, so paunti-unti, add tayo ng $1, $2 sa natin, sa hourly rate natin, gano'n. Hindi yung parang, okay, $10 or $5 ka ngayon, biglang na ako $15 na chine-charge ko. Siyempre ka din, be gracious, 'di ba? Give grace to your clients. Next, over transition tawag dito, keep your best clients informed. So, be transparent, 'no, about why rates are increasing, 'yan na 'yun. Very important lang na maintindihan natin yung, maganda nga yun magkaroon ka ng computation. Ito kasi yung current na expenses ko, ganyan. So, hindi na talaga kaya. Ang ending nun parang di rin ako nag-work from home. Hindi rin ako kasi ang ending is para pa rin ako naghihikahos, parang dumadaan lang sa palad ko yung yung sahod ko, 'yan. So, puwede mong maglalagay ka ng computation, that's good, para transparent kayo ni client. And then of course, increase rates for new clients only, puwede rin 'to, okey? Kumbaga, keep mo na yung new client mo na rates mo, okey naman kayo, pero eventually, you would like to, start charging higher sa mga new clients. Ito na yung last resort mo just in case na you're still contemplating. Alright? So, ayan, tawag dito. I think that's it for me. Kung may takeaway ba or something, let me summarize things for you. As we wrap up, no, here are the takeaways that I would like to share with you. Okay, don't wait for the perfect time to raise your rates. Ayan, if your demand is high, all right, and your skill set has improved, so recognize mo the right time to raise rates. That's important. Recognize mo yung mga efforts na nagbago sa iyo, you really are improving. Prepare and communicate with confidence. Very important 'yan na clearly practice mo yung kung meron kang script na kailangan o pwede kang also generate na lang ng email. Be confident 'pag binitawan mo na. Use negotiation scripts to navigate client conversation. Mag-prepare ka din sa mga rebuttals nila, 'di ba? Paghandaan mo, do not undervalue yourself. Wala talagang workaround sa confidence. You just have to prepare for it, okay? Leverage proven strategies to retain clients while raising rates. Kailangan lang talaga na kumbaga ako sa personally kailangan na hindi rin hindi rin fluctuating yung results na mo 'no, na ginagawa mo. You really have to understand na, okay, I'm keeping you, I'm also doing the additional rates. It's because hindi paiba-iba yung nabibigay mo na results, 'di ba? Sa'kin lang dapat may consistency din dapat, okay? So, ayan yung ko, Q&A tayo, Q&A. Baka meron kayo. I hope that this session is actually a sign and given you confidence, no? So, ayan, thank you so much sa inyo. But let me have like muna, Q&A. Q&A. Yeah. Q&A session tayo. Hopefully you can, ayan, stop sharing tayo. Can you see me? Can you see my, Do I have any questions kung sakali na dyan? Tawag dito. Type in your question. Meron ba kayong natutunan? Yeah. Meron ba kayong napulot for today's session? Pa-type naman dyan before we wrap up this call. Yeah, medyo na-late kami ng konti. Wala, okey na kayo? Okey ba tayong lahat diyan? May questions kayo? Let me see your question. May kausap pa ba ako? Chars. Hello, hello. May kausap ba tayo diyan? Parang nawala ako. Nawala yata ako sa live. Nawala ba ako sa live? Mamshi, Abby. Can I get a confirmation na meron pa diyan akong kausap? Or wala na? Meron pa bang kausap? Okay. Ayan, okay. Ayun, dinig niyo ako. So, magda-drop ako dito ng link, okay? Nagda-drop ako ng link for people interested, for people na also going to watch this on replay. I'm sure there's gonna be people watching this on replay. Um, I'm encouraging you, no, to really take a chance on also coming inside the tribe. Ako with the deepest and sincerity at heart. Okay, napaka-importante nito na ma-share ko talaga the life-changing na mga nangyari sa akin ever since I have learned how to do freelancing. Kasi ako, coming from somebody na walang idea on how to navigate, I'm able to, you know, I do have my own program, I do have my own course. I also do have my own agency. I definitely I'm having high or premium clients, and everything has been kumbaga parang started, or everything has been opened. All of these doors of opportunity has been given to me because I just, started to invest in myself and started to take a chance on myself. So definitely challenging you, kung sino ka man na nakikinig ngayon, at kung sino man diyan ang kailangang marinig 'to. I don't know your current situation. I don't know kung anong pinagdadaanan mo. All I know is that you have to do that leap of faith. 'Di ba? Na baka ito na 'yun, tawag dito, this is a sign, okay? I would like to really ask you to pray about it, think about it, and at the same time, take a chance on yourself. Okay? So, the tribe is a very good community. I just want you to know na kung halimbawang nagko-contemplate ka pa, nag-iisip ka pa, I'm going to drop a link. Okay? Here. So, hanapin ko yung link natin na yan. So that you could start. Okay? Start to really dream big for yourself. Okay? So, dapat okay, matagal na ako freelancer, matagal ka na palang freelancer, dapat ano tayo, also think about of ano na tayo, paano tayo magkakaroon ng improvement, scaling, and at the same time, life-changing na mga um, life-changing na mga results sa buhay natin. Okay? So, I think na very important yan. Invest ka sa sarili mo. Okay? Ano tayo mag-drop ako ng link. Hinahanap ko yung link. Sorry na. Ayun. Pwede pa pa-drop na lang ako ng link, sorry. Baka magkamali ako ng link to to start to enroll, ganyan. Pwede pa drop ako ng link. Yan, okay. Pa-drop ako ng link dito. So baka magkamali kasi ako ng mai-drop na link. Ayun. Ayan, perfect. So click the link, all right? And of course, we'll see you inside. There's so many things that you would like to achieve in life. Gets ko yun. Gusto mo magbigay ng magandang buhay pa sa current. Kasi okay yung trabaho ko ngayon. Okay yung medyo natatakot ako. But there's a way. Freelancing can be sustainable. And I think now, Tribe has been really a big key sa aming mga nag-umpisa 'no sa Tribe. to really have that dream materialize. So I'm encouraging you. I'm really an advocate of what the tribe is teaching. I'm really an advocate of why this is very important. No? Ang saya-saya sa loob, ang saya-saya ng mayroong kang supportive na community so that lahat ng pagdadaanan mo in this current journey, no, meron ka talagang somebody that or people that would really cheer and root for you sincerely. Ayan. Congratulations sa lahat ng papasok. I'm really happy to see you inside and very, very excited ako on how we're gonna be able to help you inside the tribe. And dun sa mga nandito na nasa tribe na, kung halimbawang nasa stage 1 and 2 pa rin kayo, I'm looking forward to see you on stage 3 and help you in your your dream and your also your journey sa pag-build ng systems. All right? So again, my name is Coach Ice. If you need me, just reach out to me. You can reach out to me sa Facebook ko, yan. So that I can also help you out just in case that you do have any questions. I guess that's it for me. I'm gonna wrap up this call and have a very good evening and start of the week. Thank you, guys. Have a very, very good. God bless you. Wala na bang question? Bye. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.